In our world, there isn't a person on the planet or a group or a gender or a race or an age group or a religion or a nation that has not been wounded or hurt in some way at some point. And for almost all, some of those wounds or hurts have become part of their worldview, their perspective, their interpretive lenses, their decision-making strategies and models. And this process of woundedness, which is often experienced as either lack or pain or less thanness or suffering in some way, to some degree, often is associated with the victim, perpetrator, rescuer model of saying, I'm the wounded one, I was the victim, and they are the oppressors or they are the perpetrators, and I wish there was a rescuer to save me from them. That's a kind of simple view in the world, and still it's a very common one. The agendas of woundedness are vitally important to understand. Woundedness can be weaponized. Victimization can be weaponized to destroy the perceived perpetrator or abuser. Now we're not saying that that's the way the world works. Sometimes it works that way. What we would suggest is that the agendas of operating from the vantage points of woundedness are a vast obscuration that operates species-wide in our world. To some degree, on everyone's parts, on some topic, in some situation, in some relationship, or some dynamic of life, that basically says, well, they hurt me, so it's okay if I hurt them back. They took from me, so it's okay if I take from them. They wounded me, so I should seek retribution, or maybe I'm not going to care about them and love them from my heart and soul when we interact, because I'm wounded and my wound is not as of yet healed. And if my wound isn't healed, it's fair play for me to wound them back or to mistreat those who have seemingly mistreated me. Is this reciprocity built right into our systems of governance, our process of law, and our dynamics within organizations, into our cultures, even into our religions? Are the religions that have waged war against other religions either saying that they were bad or wrong, or that they wounded us or mistreated us, or they deserve punishment, or they are not the right kind of religion or the right kind of culture or the right kind of nation? So we got to fix it by domination, destruction, or harm, or punishment, and judgment, or criticism, or by dominating that which we feel wounded by. So if men have been dominated or felt dominated and abused by their moms, might they want to dominate or abuse someone that they're in relationship with? If women have felt dominated or abused by their fathers, might they want to dominate or abuse their husbands? Or might wounded men carry their wounds into relationships? If they've been dominated or abused by their mothers, might they seek a woman who will dominate and abuse them? Or if women have been dominated or abused by their dads, might they seek a man who would dominate or abuse them to be in relationship with so that they could then heal their wounds? It's a very deep and paradoxical dynamic. If we're required to go be in relationships, either to punish the abusers or to continue being punished because we feel we deserved it, or that was the narrative we learned when we were a kid, is this agenda of woundedness keeping the woundedness in place rather than healing it.